Today, I have the distinct pleasure of speaking with Guy Bourassa about scandium and Scandium Canada. Guy, let's start with scandium. What's happening in the scandium market?
Well, a lot of excitement, I would say, around the world for scandium projects. Uh, People are starting to catch on and realize that the future for alloys is high performance alloys is scandium. So we're looking closely at other projects in Australia. We're obviously working hard on our project here. All of these projects are necessary because you need to have a minimum uh, production capacity in good jurisdiction. So that's why people are interested to follow us and be made aware of the development that justify the use of scandium. But you know, one indication that the market is starting to realize the interest of scandium, when you have mining companies, exploration companies that have gold projects that put on their title that they have protected scandium results, etc., it means that when you have a gold project and you need to promote by the fact that you have some scandium by units, it means that it's very important. Same thing that happened in 2009, 2010, when everybody wanted to have Li on its press release. Now everybody has switched and wants SC on their press release. So it confirms that the market in general is starting to look at it and closely try to monitor which one is the best and which is the next horse we should jump in. And well, we believe that we're one of them.
I agree with you, Guy. The media is chasing after the next hot critical mineral, and undoubtedly scandium is at the top of the food chain. And you mentioned it being a high performance alloy. Can you tell some people out there that are going, okay, I need to know more about scandium, what it actually is?
Well, it completely changed the structure and the properties of aluminum and of aluminum alloys. Give you an idea, you put 0.4% of scandium oxide in a pure aluminum bar. The addition of that 0.4% in that aluminum bar multiplies by 8 times its strength. So imagine you've got the strength of a steel bar with the weight of aluminum. So you can easily see that you're able to reduce the weight of anything that is moving by using small quantities of scandium with your aluminum. Of course, increasing the strength is one point. Elasticity, conductivity. It's a very good conductor of electricity. So you put the strength of the aluminum wire with its capacity to transport energy, conductivity, then you can think of replacing copper, high-priced copper, into the wiring of electric motors. So you see, people are starting to catch, wow, imagine the drone increasing the quantity of power in the battery. You just need to reduce the weight. So you're gonna have, and the same thing with electric cars. You reduce the weight of the electric car, you have more, you have more mileage you can do without having to add additional batteries. So that's what people are starting to realize. It is the metal of the future, and it will help reduce GHG at the same time. So less energy, better quality products, longer life by small quantities of scandium. So applications are enormous, enormous. You can reduce significantly the weight of your satellite, the weight of the launchers, the weight of the airplanes, and have a more efficient structure. So it's, I confirm, it's the metal of the future.
So, with this metal of the future, which I'm certain everybody's leaning forward with, Scandium Canada is not just a resource company that will be producing this in the future, but you actually have a fast track to commercialization as a technology company. Can you give us an update on Scandium Plus?
Yeah, absolutely. We, in 2022, started working, with McMaster University on the development of new alloys with scandium, obviously, that would be able to be used in advanced manufacturing. The challenge was the generation of micro cracks on the cooling period for these printers. We were able to solve the issue, obviously with McMaster University students. That led to the filing of two patent applications, two series of aluminum scandium alloys. 3D printing was the beginning of our story there. It evolved to welding wires amenable to advanced manufacturing with the welding arc advanced manufacturing method. So the idea was, let's just demonstrate that it can work. Now we've got so many people inquiring, people, large companies of all sectors of activity that say, hey, we are willing to try to prototype. Can you work with us? We want to develop and check if it can work for our applications. So it is very, very exciting. We've got numerous projects in parallel being worked in different sectors with universities, with large end users, with researchers, and everything aiming at putting on the market powders and welding wires for advanced manufacturing and 3D printing. So it's the next couple of months are going to be very, very interesting for the market to realize by the results we're going to be able to share and the names with whom we're working, which some of them we have not named yet. And it's going to be an eye opener for everybody. I give you an example, Tracy. In August 2025, we issue a normal press release saying, oh, here are the results of the properties that we've been able to confirm with her. In the air like this. A couple of weeks later, we received a cold email by a company that we didn't know of, very large company, and specialized in metallic powders. And they said, oh, guys, maybe you don't know who we are. We're Granges. We're in France, we're in Germany, blah, blah, blah. If what you wrote in that press release is confirmed, we absolutely want to be working with you because I think you have in your hand a solution for one of our clients' problem that we're not able to solve with our own powders. So a cold email turned out 2 weeks later to become a MOU with a very, very large real company with real clients, with real need, and looking for a solution. So imagine your small exploration companies with about 5 employees that is called and can be a problem solver, a solution provider. So that started the evolution of other companies calling us saying, well, we want to be working with you. We want to confirm that we can achieve that goal using your powders. So that's we're quite satisfied with how rapidly it evolves. So currently we're working on putting together a team of dedicated people on the commercialization and pre-commercialization effort that we want to, that we already started putting in place, but number of follow-ups, number of tryouts, number of travels that you need to go and confirm that it's advancing rapidly, so that we can come at the end of the day and say, yeah, sure, we can go to the next phase, which is providing you with samples, helping you with making sure it meets your needs, and generate orders, sales orders. So our aim is that Scandium Plus will be able to start making sales within the next year.
Speaking of deals that you're putting together, can you tell us more about your collaboration deal with Alphamet, please?
That's another one that we are working on trying to find solutions with them and using their technology, our material, and for their client, and that's one of many.
Okay, and also you're very well financed. For those of you that followed our last interview in early spring, you raised 17.6 million.
17.25, if I allow me to correct you, 17.25. And but together with a $6.9 million grant, non-refundable grant from the federal government for the next 24 months. So we're well financed. We're going through the pre-feasibility study work. We're able to support a large for us, drilling campaign this summer to collect primary objective is to collect a mine representative sample of core to be able to support the next optimization program of the metallurgical processes, and also demonstrating the lateral extension of the TG zone, and maybe a couple of interesting exploration holes that will maybe unveil new targets that will justify calling us our project, the Crater Lake, the world's most interesting hard rock project in the world. That's important, that last phrase. We are a primary source of scandium. Remember, currently all of the world's supply comes from byproduct. It's a byproduct of something else being mined. So, guarantee of supply from a primary source is one very, very important advantage when you're talking with a large, long-term end user that wants to shift to aluminum scandium alloys. You're not at the mercy of the nickel price, of the ilmenite price. You are based on a primary source that can increase its production if the market needs more. So it's that one of the main advantage that we have is a primary source of scandium.
And of course, you're not just a resource company, you have the technology. And of course, I always recommend to investors that they go do their due diligence on management team. You know, Guy, you have not just been a junior CEO, you've actually built an exploration company to production in the past. So we're looking forward to seeing what you do next. So speaking of that, what should we look forward to in this next quarter?
Next quarter is follow-up and feedback from a couple of end users that are trying out our aluminum scandium alloys, so that it confirms that it is qualified, that they're interested, probably maybe new partners teaming up with us at the same time. The putting in place of that structured team to advance more rapidly and support the development of the Scandium Plus activities. Of course, you're going to have a lot of diamond drilling results coming out of between, I would say, mid-July to October, because we will be drilling from mid-June to end of August. So continuous flow of results coming from that. And announcements concerning the pre-feasibility study sometime early fall.
And of course, we're going to try and sweet talk you into hosting a Critical Minerals Institute masterclass on scandium, because we are all overdue to make sure that we're up to speed with the scandium market. Guy, thank you so much for joining us today. And for everybody interested in learning more about the most exciting hard rock scandium project in the world, please go to the following website. Thank you, Guy.
Thank you. Have a nice day.